Welcome back to the shop. It's your boy Romanovich, auto surgeon, and today we got another build. I know it's been so long, but we're finally catching back up. Had a lot of projects going on, home and all that stuff, so here we are. This thing's a 2019 Ford F-150. So let's do a quick walk around. This side we're going to talk about a little bit later because there was an accident on the way back home. But the front end, all this right here was the same. Pretty much just got a little bit of front end damage. Everything got buckled in the front. There we go. This side looks pretty good, except this door has a pretty nice dent on it. Small little dent here, no big deal. And then the back looks pretty good. Pretty trashed inside and all around, so we're definitely have to put some work into her, but you know, that's all right. All this will get nice and cleaned out, be looking pretty good after we're done with it, because I know my wife is an amazing cleaner. So yeah, all this here, I know I'm not afraid of it because here is the only little piece that we will have to replace. Everything, all this pretty much folds back out, so there's always going to be a few broken pieces, but nothing that is attached to the motor is affecting it from starting. But yeah, this side, this is all new. After the auction, on the way home, we had a little bit of an accident where somebody sliced us with a hit and run. Look at this. Caused all this extra right here, caused this whole scar up, and this nice little dent here in the back. All this was not here, but this is what you do. So we were pondering for a while in there if we're actually going to rebuild it or not, or if we're just going to slap it back on the auction. But we figured, hey, we do need a truck for the time being, and slowly and surely we can get her fixed up. So we're going to try to attack it and see what we can do. I'm going to slowly remove all this front end pieces just so we can see the extent of the damage. We already drove the battery out to O'Reilly's. Of course, it's been standing here for a while, so it died. So we're gonna try to see if we can get her fired up after we get that battery back. But yeah, I'm gonna jump on this and then I'll be right back. Slowly but surely we are getting a little progress. I found to remove the inner liner for here, and everything looks wonderful in here. This stuff is all, it gets situated with these little clips onto the fender liner. So yeah, this is the only thing that has moved, and it pinched this little piece right here, but it didn't leak out any fluid at all. Everything looks really good. Even all the tubes in there. I believe that's for the power steering. Everything looks really good. The fans even pushed up on the motor a little bit, but when it runs, it actually doesn't scrape or anything, so I feel like they may be in really good condition. They just all got moved together, so hopefully that works out. But everything looks very straight here. There's no kinks on the frame or anything, so there is no need for a frame replacement, except this piece here that the fender and all that attaches to. This piece right here, which we'll just probably cut it off over there and put a new one on. I would have to look. Yeah, shouldn't be a big deal. So while I'm working over here, I already removed the front grille, fender liner, slowly attacking all this. My wife's doing a wonderful job in here. And she's finding all sorts of stuff. Yeah. Now we got our supervisors out here just watching us. So we got a quick update. We have removed the front bumper. I would love to pick it up for you. There we go. Front bumper is in perfect condition. There's no damage at all. There's a little scratch there, but that's no big deal. It'll be all sanded down and repainted. Got the front grille. All has to be replaced. This little shroud piece has to be replaced. Of course, it's in pieces. My buddy already has these, so that is awesome. Let's see, that little piece I'm sure we can find. This is the condenser damage. It busted through and it bent these little pieces, which in turn most likely bent these for me, so I may have to order these. This one does look a little bit cracked on the end there, but we can also always test it, make sure. I don't think they go too far, but we'll find that out a little bit later. These pieces for the frame, they look wonderful, very straight. So yeah, the extent of this damage is this piece right here. Probably weld these or drill these out and cut this whole piece off all the way back here where it goes. That is no big deal. It's because of this little crimp that we got. That's what caused all this to go backwards. And the funniest part is, just watched, look at this. That's the air filter. It's got a bird's nest in it. I can't even imagine how long this thing has been sitting or what has been done with it, you know. But they did have it fired up and running when at the auction, so it doesn't look too bad. Other people could say that this looks really bad, but for me, it looks very, very simple. Once I pull this radiator off, I'm pretty sure all this will align all back up here. Be no big deal. And then the other piece of damage we have is this little piece that cracked here. That's no big deal. This thing is not that expensive. Got these little tubes also bent, so this is gonna be all reordered. But yeah, let's go ahead and try to remove this and see what we find behind there. Before we move on, let's go ahead and check out my wife's cleaning in here. She just removed all the junk, threw out a bunch of stuff. There's a couple things that in here she left. We actually found a second key for this car, so that is huge for this. All this is gonna have to get all the seats removed, crazy clean, pressure washed, everything. But yeah, doesn't look too bad. This is me actually got a crazy story with this, so I'm gonna have to guys tell you about it here a little bit later. We're gonna have a sit down, but pretty crazy how that other side got damaged when it wasn't damaged at the auction. So here we are, guys. Have removed everything. Looks pretty good in here. You guys can see this rail here is wonderful. It is very straight. Like I said, right here is where it only broke off. That's not a big deal. Just drill it out, replace that one section, but everything else here is wonderful. You see how much space there is actually between the engine and the radiator fans. When it did get pushed in, the fans did get a little bit damaged. So let me show you this right here. The backside does have some damage. So one of them is busted. This one is the one that's busted. The other one is in perfect condition. So whenever I order, most likely they'll probably come in a pair. If not, I'll just get this side. Not a big deal. But yeah, it looks like they're actually a pair because this is all one piece. So that's cool. Get it all together. But other than that, guys, I think we did pretty well. Everything looks really nice, all the lines and everything. So we'll just trace these back how far they go. They don't look, yeah, they're literally just right there. This one is, and the other one should be going upward. Goes up somewhere over here. Yeah, I think you can replace it over here, but that's no big deal. We'll test out after, but everything looks really good. I've checked already all the motor mounts and they look wonderful. Nothing has shifted here. I mean, you got all these lines in there intact 100%. This only little spill that we had was from this hose that was attached to the radiator on the bottom side. It had leaked a little bit, so whenever I was taking it off, it did a little bit of splatter. But other than that, got to remove this one piece here, and we're pretty much ready to put on all the new stuff. And of course, we got to remove that bird's nest. But let's remove this one more fender, and then we should be able to open that door now after that. And yeah, it's because I kinked it a little bit right here, so I don't want it to damage anymore. So we'll try to get it from the back side. But yeah, guys, I don't think this is that big of a damage. You guys let me know what you think down in the description. We're gonna keep going. Like I said, my wife's gonna probably do the pressure washing and all the cleaning inside. We got all the materials for that. But yeah, so far so good. I think it's a pretty good fix. Fixer upper, That rear quarter panel, already talked to one of my buddies. I think I'm gonna try to get him to help me out. He's done a lot more. We got the little weld, you weld the little beads on
2,000 years later.
and then you do it with a sliding hammer to get it all out, all the dents. So he's gonna probably help me out with that. Otherwise, I think we're good here. I think we're gonna wrap it up here and probably start off next time with installing some more parts or maybe the cleaning portion of it. But yeah, like I said, let me know what you think of this little build down in the description. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get this thing up and running pretty quick, hopefully. All right, so to wrap up this video, I did go ahead and remove this fender. And if you can, as you can see, it is very nice, very straight. There's nothing wrong with it at all, so that is awesome. We're gonna literally just see what we can do with this, and it looks like it's all just held on by these screws here and then a couple welds on the back. Should be very simple to replace. As you can see, little screws like that. And no big deal at all, so very excited for this build. Hopefully it goes a lot faster than I guess our previous one, and hopefully we get to post a lot more. We're just a little busy. Well, yeah, stay tuned. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Bye. Well, remove the air filter. I feel terrible, but because I feel like I have moved the home of these little guys. Look at that. Gosh, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 edges that I see. Man, what are we gonna do?